Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Underrail. And on this episode, we're going to go ahead and continue where we left off. Now, we were actually taking on these burrowers up here, and frankly, they're just a little too hard for us. We're going to have to come back at a higher level. The big guys, they actually spawn these little tiny dudes that literally just keep coming. They keep putting out more and more eggs. So the only way to stop them is basically to kill the big burrowers and not the spawns. Now, so what we're going to go ahead and do is actually go downstairs. Rob mentioned last week that we kind of skipped over a little spot down here when we saved the prisoners. Now, I kind of did that on purpose because I figured eventually they'd have us come back to this area. It's probably going to be, you know, a doorway to another part of a dungeon somewhere, but since we're over here, we're going to go ahead and check it out. Maybe we might get lucky and find some pretty cool stuff down here. You never quite know. And since we're so close to leveling, I kind of want to do this before we go back to the junkyard, because the junkyard kind of looks like we're going to be fighting quite a bit over there. And, you know, we don't really have the skills to do that yet, because I kind of messed up at the very beginning of the game. I put my skill points into things that weren't very useful. Oh, look at this guy over here. That is a horrible way to go. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of them. You got bats. Oh, there's actually one we can click on. Let's see, what do we got? It's a component. This is a mild tranquilizer agent. Required crafting skill biology 30. We got a 7.62 Jagger SMG. I think this is exactly what we're using anyways. No, actually it isn't, because its minimum weapon skill is 30, so this is even better than what we're using. 4 standard rounds, we got 2 of them, and we got Encyclopedia Fragment. Oddity, it's hard to make out the faded out pictures and dirt stained text mixed with the things you recognize are also alien looking landscapes and weird, often immense creatures. And we can study this we can study it 5 times. We've already done it once, so let's go ahead and take all of that. That's just extra experience in our pocket, which we could definitely use. As I was saying, I kind of messed up at the beginning. I put points into stats that we didn't really need right away, and so it's made our progress a little harder than it should be. Okay, so what is this down here? They got more rocks. Let's come down here and see what we got. Ooh, a trap is detected. Let's see if we can disarm it. Ooh, a couple other traps. Can we disarm it? Hold on. There he goes. He's disarming. So finally, those stats that I told you we kind of put points into that we didn't need to actually are coming into play. It's actually being useful. Insufficient skill. Well, at least we can detect them so we don't walk on them. We may have to put a few more points into it later on down the road, and then come back and pick these things up so we can reuse them somewhere else. Yeah, we're not going to be able to pick those up, so let's just try to avoid them. That's kind of cool, a little bridge. Lake poppies, I wonder how we pick those up. Maybe we can go on the water later, I'm not sure. Is there anything on the bridge we can pick up? No. Oh, there's somebody over here. Oh, it's a raider. Ouch. Hit my knee? What is this? Knee wound. The character suffers 4 bleeding damage every turn and gains no movement points. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to fight him here, or do we want to try to pull him back to the zone's edge? Probably fight him here and see what we can do. 41's not too bad of a percentage. So let's see if we can get him. Nice. Negative 40 critical hit. Now if we can keep that kind of damage up, we might be able to do this guy without having to run back. Oh, and he heals himself. That sucks. But he's actually not doing too terribly much damage to me. In fact, I think the thing that's going to do the most damage is that bleeding effect. Nope, missed him again. Oh, there we go, 13. It's going to take me all night to kill him that way, but we can't actually move at the moment because our knee's bleeding. So if we can, you know, survive this little attack right here, we can kind of pull him back or move forward a little bit. In fact, I think that's probably what I'll do, is just move forward after I heal myself up. And this is the reason I saved those hypo sprays for situations like this. He's doing a little bit of damage here and there. I can actually move up a little bit, but I'm going to try... Let's see, let's do a hypo spray. What are we at? 40%? 40% exactly. And I can't use this in battle, so I'm going to have to use my hypo, which is over here. Didn't quite refill me all the way. Can I go ahead and attack? Yeah, I can. Shouldn't have, but I can. So I can either move now and get a little closer to him and then let him get good shots, or I can wait until next turn. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually move back a little bit, just in case we need to run away. We have that ability. We have that extra distance. And he'll move forward a little bit until he's close on his range. There we go. Now he's missing. Well, somewhat anyways. And remember, yellow is within our distance, that we don't get any negative points on our attack because we're within that. So 29%, that's not too great. Let's go ahead and try this again. 23, not too bad. Oh, missed him. Knee shot. Oh, he was trying to do that thing again where he was going to disable me. I'm going to get a little closer. I'm going to take this guy down. Get a little closer. Use my aim shot. 39%. Man, I almost don't want to use it, but it only takes 3 turns for it to come back, so we're going to go ahead and try it. Yawns. Yeah, I can do better than that punk. Going down. He had his own aim shot. Now remember, when you're sitting here, you get that focused ability when you're not moving. So every time I move forward, yeah, I can get a better percentage, but I'm also decreasing my focus. And it takes a whole turn before I get that again. There we go. Ah, I can't believe I'm missing, man. I need to upgrade my... Ah, that hurt a little bit. Okay, this guy may end up killing me. Here we go. Come on. Another hit. Yeah, that's it. Now I'll get my focused hit on the next one if I survive this. Oh, this is going to be close. Let me get it. Kill him. Oh, whew. That is, that's perfect. Okay, so you can see there's another raider up here. We're actually going to go ahead and pause the game. I'm going to run back to town, heal up, and I'll start back up here in a second, guys. Okay, so now that we're back, what we're going to go ahead and do is try running back over here. We're going to want to watch out for the bear traps. If you can't see these things on your screen, just aim for the middle of the bridge. That way you can avoid them altogether. Now, this guy is still out here somewhere, so let's see if we can get his attention somewhere. Did he run away? What's going on there? Okay. So if I do a sneaky attack, maybe I can get a little closer to him, get the first couple of shots. Nope, he saw me right away. So let's go ahead and just use our regular attack for now. We're probably not going to hit him at this distance, but if you look in his hand, it actually looks like he has a melee weapon, some sort of little knife, which means he's going to have to get pretty close to us to use that. So let's go ahead and try that now. Oh, we actually hit him. Nice. Let's go ahead and end our turn. He's getting close. Let's see. 70% chance. So I'm going to go ahead and use my aim shot, because I can't pass up a 70% chance to do that. In fact, let me look at my weapon here. 54% chance. So yeah, we'll go with that. Make sure that's selected. Wow, 40 crit hit right there. Let's see if we can kill him off right now. Ugh, missed it. And he healed himself. What a little punk. And now he's putting bleeding wounds on me. Oh, this guy is getting on my nerves. 57% chance. 54% chance. So for whatever reason, we actually have a better shot with our bow. It may change after the first shot, because that doesn't seem right. There we go. So 54. What is this one? It's 54 as well. Not quite sure why that's the case. He's supposed to do worse with the bow up front. You know, when they're really, really close. Now it's 52. Go ahead and end our turn. Ouch. This guy hits pretty hard. Okay, there we go. Now he's doing better with the gun. So we'll go ahead and use that. It doesn't seem to be able to... Oh, there we go. 24. And I'm bleeding quite profusely here. I actually have 3 levels of it on me. Let's go ahead and use our aim shot. With any luck, that's 51%. With any luck, we can get it. Yes, negative 25. Not as great as I would have hoped, but better than nothing. We missed. Man, I don't know if we're going to be able to survive this one. May have to use a health hypo. Here we go. One more shot. Let me have it. Nice. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is end our turn. And I'm going to run back to town and heal up, because we don't know if there's any more raiders over here, so I want to be extra cautious. Plus, this bleeding stuff is going to do some serious damage to me here in a second, so I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, so we're back. What we're going to do is wait a second, put our stealth on, just to be safe, because you never quite know if there's going to be another one on here. When I saw that guy on the bridge, I thought maybe he would be the only one, and it ended up being there was somebody a little further in. So, for all we know, there could be 10 or 15 guys over here in whatever these rooms are. But I want to go ahead and loot them first before we see anybody else. So, let's look what they got. A serrated steel knife, melee weapon. This serrated steel knife can inflict serious bleeding wounds, as we've seen for ourselves. That nice little wound that gives us damage every turn is kind of annoying. So it would be nice to put it on the enemy for once. Damage 7 to 12 mechanical. Impact speed is very low. Base action points are 12 AP, which is on the lower side. It depends about, I think we're using like 20 AP each turn or something like that for some of the ones we're using right now. Ranged is melee, so you got to get right up on top of them, which can be kind of annoying because some of the enemies do run away. And if you're fighting multiple enemies, yeah, they're going to scatter all over the place, and you're going to have a hard time getting to them. Critical chance is 9%, so not very good. Critical damage bonus is 130%. I've mentioned this in some of the other games that I've been playing. I don't understand anything that's past 100%. 100% is all you can have of any one thing. So when games start doing 130%, 200%, 400%, it doesn't make any sense to me. Unless they're 1,000% is their 100%. Whatever the case is, 130% is just weird. Bypass 60% of target's energy shield. Damage increased by 2% for every point and strength above 5. And on hit, 25% chance to inflict bleeding wound. That deals an additional 100% damage over 3 turns. And that's pretty nice. If you can do some serious damage with that first hit, then every turn they're getting hit with 100% of that damage again for 3 turns without you even hitting, and it stacks. So that could come in really, really handy if we use it just right. Rathound leather armor. It's an armor suit. This armor is made of rathound leather. No matter how hard you try to wash it out, the faint stench of this filthy creature remains. Mechanical is 20% over 4, which is pretty nice. I don't think we have better than that. I think that might be just as good as what we have. Cold is 7% over 2, which I think is just exactly what we have as well. And then equipped persuasion decreased by 3, so that kind of sucks. And durability is 200 out of 420. So insectoid saliva, basically. It's a component preserved into insectoid saliva. It can be used in medical purposes. Required crafting skill biology 25. So we haven't quite got into all the trade skills. That'd be great when we finally can. I wish they would give you more points. Almost if they would give you dedicated points for your attack and dedicated points for your trade crafting, so that you could actually do some of this stuff as you're leveling up. And then of course we get some more coins, 9 of them. So we'll take those and go ahead and look at the Raider's corpse a little further in. What does he have? A 5mm Jagger, 8 to 12 mechanical damage. Impact speed is medium. Base action points is only 10 AP. That's pretty low. Unfortunately, we need a minimum weapon skill of 35, so we can't even use that yet. Ammo type is 5mm rounds. Magazine capacity is 30. That's pretty nice size. Loaded 16 out of 30 right now. So we're going to go ahead and look at the Rathound leather boots. Mechanical 1%, cold 1%. Equip persuasion decreased by 3. Stealth increased by 4. So that's somewhat nice. We got padded Rathound leather overcoat. This overcoat is made of rathound leather. No matter how hard you try, it's the same thing it said for the armor. It's padded with soft foam that prevents the squeaky leather sounds as the wearer moves around. Its surface materials can somewhat reflect the high radiant loads produced by fire. So that's kind of cool. Mechanical 21% over 5. Heat 24% over 9, and cold 8% over 2, so that's probably better than anything we're wearing. Armor penalty is 15%, unfortunately, and persuasion decreased by 3, stealth decreased by 7. Wow, so that sucks. 5mm standard rounds, as well as a bandage, and 7 more coins. So we're going to go ahead and take all of that. I think that's it. So let's move ahead a little further and see what we can find up here. Oh, there's somebody up here, another raid. Ow, negative 29. What is this guy using? I don't know. I don't think we can hit him yet. I guess we'll try it. Can't seem to move this turn. I guess he just got lucky. Okay, 17, not too bad. Oh wow, 32. Yes, finally we're getting some decent hits. Oh, and he healed himself. I hate it when they do that. Let's see. We're just gonna go ahead and try hitting him again. Nice, negative 51. Wow, I don't want to take my mouse off of wherever I'm aiming, because it seems to be a sweet spot. Now, it may just be my imagination, but when I aim at these guys in certain spots on their bodies, it seems to do incredibly well, where other times I can't even hit the broadside of a barn. So, if you guys have had similar situations like that, let me know, because this is doing really, really well right here, and it shouldn't probably be doing that well. Oh, come on. Did I jinx myself? I jinxed myself. Okay, so let's see, should I run it or should I stay? I'm gonna go ahead and run it back a little bit. Oh, wow. So I got 33, so I'm gonna give it one shot. Actually, I can't even hit him, can I? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna give it one shot with my aims. Nice. Woo, that was close. Okay, so we're gonna pause it yet again. I'm really sorry about the delay, guys, but I hate using those hypos if I don't absolutely necessarily have to. So we'll be right back in 1 second. Okay, so there's another camp over here. Oh, great! He just used adrenaline rush on him. That's actually going to give him more movement points, more attack points than he normally would otherwise have. So what I'm going to do is actually stay out of range of him in the meantime. I think it lasts for like 3 turns or something along those lines. There we go. So we missed him, but you can see up here he has adrenaline rush, action points increased by 20, dodge and evasion by 30%, and strength by 2. But he's going to crash as soon as that 2 turns is up, and he'll actually have less movement speed or attack points, and he'll have less evasion and things of that sort. So that will be our time to take advantage of it. Right now we're pretty close to being out of range of him, and that's the way we're going to try to stay. So we're missing, but it's not that big of a deal. We kind of expect it. Plus I'm close to the zone, so I can kind of zone out and go heal up if I have to. See, now he's fatigued, so I can move up a little bit, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Not too much, because I want to stay close to the zone line. And of course it goes down in percentage just a little because I actually moved and I lost my focus. Let's go ahead and try this. I missed him. Aim shot, negative 37. This guy's a punk. Let's try my aim shot on this one. Can't hit the broadside of a barn on this guy. And it can't be the light, because we got a freaking light right here, freaking fire going on. So he has to be able to see what he's shooting at. I kind of mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I wish they had a way to see what the light level was, some kind of little bar to show you where it's dark and what your vision is in a certain area, or what the enemy's vision is in a certain area. If they can see you better or worse, kind of like in a thief game, where you can kind of hide in the shadows. I can't hit the broad. This is just ridiculous, you punk. Oh, I'm gonna die here. There we go. Do one more shot. Let's see, I can back up. Can't quite make it, but I can back up a little bit. And he heals himself. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead and do one more group of shots on him, which we didn't hit. Okay, so this will actually be like the, I don't know, 10th time I've been trying to fight this guy. He's incredibly hard. He doesn't take hits very well. I don't know what his advantage is, his dodge or his avoidance or what armor he's wearing, but my arrows do not seem to want to land on him no matter how far or how close I get to him. So we'll try it again. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes I can hit him. Other times I'll go 5, 6, 7 turns in a row and literally not land a single hit. And then other times he'll do the exact same thing. And then out of nowhere he'll get 5 or 6 critical hits in a row. So it's very, I guess I would say random. Just what, I don't understand what the stats need to be, other than the fact that my skill is kind of low in my bow. I've gotten close to the fire, I've gotten far enough away from the fire, I've thrown flares down on the ground. Nothing at all seems to work down here. Now I'm actually doing incredibly well on this fight, which is kind of strange. I may just jinx myself right there and not be able to land another one for the next 8 turns, which it looks like is going to be the case. Aim shot. You just got one of those. How fast did yours come back, man? There we go. I got my aim shot back too. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna miss. Oh, what a surprise. Okay, there we go. We got at least one to land. Wasn't our aim shot, because that aim shot never hits this guy. Out of all the times I've been playing, not once has it hit this guy. Oh, noob. Yes, yes, call me a noob, because that's exactly what I feel like right now. Here he comes. This is where the damage starts happening. When he gets low on life, he brings out the big guns. Let me hit him and kill him. Oh, I missed him. Okay, so we're going to run back to town just to be safe, because I've never gotten this close to killing him, and I don't want to have to start all over again. So we'll be right back in 1 second. Actually, we can't zone out this turn, so let's see if he kills me here. No, don't do it. Yeah, punk. 13% chance, why not? Unbelievable. Okay, guys, we'll be right back in 1 second. Okay, so we are back, and I want to apologize, guys, if I sounded like I was getting too aggravated there. This guy definitely was testing my patience, though. He was just incredibly hard, so I do apologize if I sounded too aggravated, but I guess I was in that situation. I know there's another guy up here, and he can see me from all the way over there. Oh, he gets a knife of some sort. That's why he's running so close. So 74% chance. I'm going to go ahead and use my my aim shot. Nice, 58. Okay, so this guy's going to make up for it by sucking pretty bad, I'm hoping. Granted, he probably will heal himself here in a second, so be prepared for that. Wow, 32. So even if he heals himself, it won't be complete. Or I could be wrong. I guess he could almost heal all the way. Heavy punch, heavy kick. Let's see, 64% chance there. 49% chance there. So we'll go with the arrow. Actually, it's missed him though. It's really close for this weapon to hit, so I'm not surprised on that respect. Crippling strike. Oh wow. What does that do? Strength decreased by 2. Well, I wonder if that actually makes a big difference or not. Okay, 21, 17. Not too bad. I'll get my aim shot on the next one. Oh, another crippling strike. Heavy punch. Let's go ahead and do my my aim shot. Hopefully the strength won't come into play. Nice, negative 60 crit hit. It's even better. That's definitely worth all the aggravation that last guy caused me. Strength decreased by 4 for 2 turns. Let's go ahead and end that. It looks like it's going to take, what, 25 seconds. We'll actually put our stealth on just in case there's another person in here somewhere. So let's see what he had. Cave hoppered leather gloves. Melee weapon. This is a pair of light cave hoppered leather combat gloves. 5 to 9 mechanical. Speed very low. Base action points are only 12 AP, so that's not too bad. Range melee, obviously. Critical chance 5%. And critical damage bonus 100%. Bypasses 80% of target's energy shield. We don't have any energy shields. I wonder where we can get that, because that sounds pretty cool. Damage increased by 5% for every point in strength above 5. and incurs 125% mechanical damage resistance and threshold. Still not quite sure what that means. If any of you guys know, let me know down in the comments. Put that below for all of us to see. We also got frag grenade case component, a case for hand grenade designed to shatter into shrapnel upon detonation. A required crafting skill mechanic 10, so we actually have that. And we have the recipe for it too. We got 4 coins. I'll show you guys real quick. I bought a few recipes while we were, you know, going back and forth and things of that sort, as I had to buy the repair kits. I went ahead and sold just a couple of weapons, and we went ahead and got this, which we can't use just yet. Actually, we could. Let me go into my inventory. Where is it? Right here. And it makes, you know, a headwear. This is a 3-hold baklava made of block cloth. Perfect for ninjas and other types of sneaky people. Looks more like a burglar's mask. Resistance cold 10%, or a ski mask. Equipped stealth increased by 8. That's pretty nice. And equipped intimidation increased by 5. That's pretty cool. We'll probably end up making one of these, but I wouldn't want to wear it in a fight because it would just get damaged. Again, there we go. I don't know why I was getting lagged there. Back down here so we can look at our guy. Caltrops can be crafted out of any metal. The quality of the metal does not influence the end product. Optional, the caltrops can be tipped with poison. So I'm not even sure what these things are, but we went ahead and got it because it was pretty cheap. And we got the pistol as well. And you need 4 different things. You need the frame, the barrel, the pistol enhancements are both optional. So just the frame and the barrel. And we still need to get the skill to be able to recycle. Unfortunately, that chick, I believe it's a girl, doesn't sell anything at all, or doesn't want to buy anything at all that we're selling, so not really an option just yet. Let's look at what this guy had. A 7.62mm Marauder assault rifle. That's pretty nice. Damage 11 to 26 mechanical. Impact speed is high. No wonder he was doing so much damage. Base action points 13 AP. Ranged 11. Optional. Optimal is 7. Move and shoot precision minus 5%. Critical chance 5%. Critical damage bonus 100. Minimum strength is 6. Minimum weapon skill is 35. So we don't even have that. That's pretty much it there. What about his armor? Because he wasn't taking hits very much. That's 22% mechanical. No wonder. Cold 8%. Armor penalty is 10%. That's pretty high. Precision decreased by 3, and stealth increased by 15. That's pretty nice, the stealth. Might actually save that and use that where I'm trying to sneak around. We ended up getting 10 rounds of 7.62mm standard rounds, plus another 4 coins, so we'll take all of that. And then I'm going to run back to town and heal up real quick, and we'll start. Hey guys, so you're probably expecting, whoa, what are you doing over here on this screen? Well, along the way to get healed, some of the rats have spawned. I want to show you guys that occasionally you want to make sure you have some life. I had to sneak past them, and it took me a couple tries because I was pretty low on life. Also, I wanted to point out this little tunnel right here. They're digging in it, and yet when you go to the next screen, which is where the rat hounds are, it doesn't really have a place for this tunnel to go through. Literally, it would have to either go up or down, and yet this little dark area right here, which is where it could possibly go, it has a little entrance over here that goes straight across, and that doesn't really reach either. So they could fix that fairly easy just by putting a pair of stairs on either one of those entrances, or even on the tunnel itself, to show that it goes up or down or something along those lines. But right now it just kind of doesn't really make that much sense. So you can see the rat hounds right over here. They're going to come charging, which is fine. I could get the first shot on them, but they're pretty far away most of the time, and this just kind of saves me the trouble. Plus, I get that focused ability right off the bat. So let's go ahead and kill these guys. They usually take 1 to 2 shots. You should probably be killing them in 1 shot by now, but because I put points into the wrong thing, they do a little bit of damage. Not much, you know, 1 or 2 hits here and there. There we go. And 3 shots on that guy. That sucks. But it is a little bit extra loot if you're making armor or things of that sort. it's a little bit extra experience, 14 experience points for each one of these guys. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but because they're so easy, it does add up a little bit. And they're also on the next screen as well. So I'll show you that. Let me loot these things real quick. We end up getting a healthy animal heart and a rat hound leather. So take both of those. Adrenal gland and healthy animal heart. So it'd be cool when we can finally use those. There's so many abilities, so many different things I want to try out in this game, and just haven't quite had the chance to because we're so low and we just don't have the skill points to put into those things and try them out, because I think there's other things far more important at this level to put our points into. Unfortunately, that kind of wish I could go into that, but can't do it just yet. Here we go. And it looks we got a little choke point here. They have to either go through this little tiny area right here or come all the way around, which gives me a chance to kill these guys one-on-one, which is always the best option. Man, just that extra little sliver. Let me go ahead and use my aim shot. Boom, dead punk. Kill this guy off. And then I just have one more guy to kill. Come on. Oh, I missed? That's the first time I've missed on these guys. And when you look at their little picture over here on the screen, it tells you they're level 1. I think it even tells you how many hit points they have if you hover over it. 50 hit points, so not too shabby. Oh, come on. Well, I'm probably going to have to run back and heal anyways, but you can see that these guys shouldn't be posing this big of an issue at this level. So go ahead and end our turn, and we'll be right back, guys. Okay, so we are back. Let's go ahead and look around a little bit. We didn't quite get to come up here. Let's see, empty box. What's in this box? We got electronic scraps. There's components, various pieces of electronics such as wires, diodes, and transistors, and required crafting skill is electronics 25. You got fabric scraps, 5 components, various pieces of fabrics, required crafting skill tailoring 25, and you got a bottle component, an empty bottle. It doesn't say you need any skill for that one, but oh, there's another guy up here. That makes 3 guys all together. There's actually another 2 guys over here in this little area. It's going to be a tough fight if I get all 3. Maybe 2 at a time would be, that'd still be kind of tough, but we can probably handle it. Mechanical 55. We don't have that skill. I think ours is at like 25 or something like that. Yeah, lockpicking is at 30. And we need 55, so we need quite a bit more. And my points, I think, are already going to be... I'm going to put 15 into evasion, 15 into dodge, and another 10 into my crossbow, just to get us to where we should be somewhat okay. That's still probably not quite as high as we should be, but it's going to get us there, I think. So we're not going to do any into lockpicking this time, not in this level, and we're pretty close. So let's come over here to see if we can at least maybe sneak around a little bit. Let's put our sneak on real quick. Now these guys have the tendency to see right through our sneak right off the bat. It doesn't take long for them to see through. There's a door up here as well, so there may be even more enemies in here. So we may not get through this camp on this episode. We're getting close to the 30-minute mark, and I'll try to keep it at that, because I know some of you guys don't like to watch longer videos. Oh. Okay, you can't hit me at least. Oh, okay, I got all 3. That sucks. At least they can't hit me. This guy might be able to. Yep. Anybody who moves forward usually is a good chance that they're going to hit you. You guys suck. Yeah, who feel Uber now, baby? 26. 20%. I'm going to go with the person I have the highest chance to hit and see how well we do. We may just back up and see if they follow us. Nope. Oh, man. Okay, let's end the turn since we don't have any movement speed on this turn for whatever reason. I guess because they jumped us, not the other way around. Ouch. This would be a good spot for like a grenade to get these two guys. Wow, they got a lot of rounds they're shooting out. 26%. So I'm gonna go with my aim shot, and then I'm gonna back up after my first two shots. Missed. Let's back up a little bit and see if they follow us. Hoping they will. Yeah, there we go. That way we'll be closer to the entrance. So if things do get nasty, I can just zone out. Although it does look like things are getting pretty nasty here. I'm getting quite a bit more damage. My weapon's already damaged. I'm gonna have to repair that pretty quick. 32%, 31, 33. This guy has the better chance of being hit for some reason. He's farther away. So we're gonna keep going with that. Oh, come on. There we go. And you gotta remember, chances are these guys will all heal themselves at least once. That's what they've been doing. That's something I think we're gonna have to get accustomed to as we're getting higher and higher level. Oh wow, I think they're gonna kill us right here. Let me get out of here. No, not an aim shot. How do you get so many aim shots? You were a little punk. 22, 18, 15. I'll get one shot, and then I'll make a run for it. Let's see how far I can get. Now they're going to have to use quite a bit of their movement points and some of their action points to get close to me. See, they're not even able to hit me this turn. 19, 17, 11. I'm still going to go with the 17 guy, mainly because I want to see if he heals himself. Which he probably will do here in a second, so... Can I get there now? See, I'm going to need that extra one little green space to get there. So let's go ahead and zone out. And we're actually, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. I don't want to go over my time. And we're going to finish this up on Mondays, which is not too far away. It's just over the weekend. So again, if you like these episodes, please hit the like button, subscribe. Definitely leave comments below if you see me doing something wrong, or you see you want to go in a different direction or something along those lines. Plus, if you want my my points to go in something different, we're very, very close. 250 points is basically what we need. Now that's probably two of those guys that we're fighting will probably level us up, plus maybe a few more rat hounds or something along the way. So if you guys have any suggestions on that, again, I want to send out a shout out to Rob, who suggested I come down here. It's been a huge hunting hole. It's nice to come down here. Great experience and pretty good loot. So again, thanks for all of that, and I'll catch you on the next episode, guys. Thanks for watching.